Trading breakouts is very easy. You just need to understand one thing. We need a clear level of support and then a key level that we want to break out of. And that is the breakout trade that we want to take. In this video, you're going to see exactly the breakout trade that I took off of the New York anchored VWAP, and pay attention to the support that I'm basically taking the trade off of. All right, so we got in long off of the breakout of the New York VWAP, and we're respecting the 21 EMA very nicely here. And we also have the daily VWAP under us as support. It looks really nice, and let's see if we can get up to 54.30. And 54.30 is basically the previous day's New York VWAP. So we want to target the previous day's New York VWAP because we're ranging right now between the start of week VWAP and the previous day's New York VWAP. So let's see if we can get this target up here at 30s. Right now we're looking pretty good. We have just 1, 2, 3, 4 consecutive bullish candles. So if we can just keep up this momentum to the upside, at least until we could retest the previous day's New York VWAP, that'd look pretty good. However, NQ already has broken above its previous day's New York VWAP. So that also just gives me a bit more confidence to hold on to this trade as well, because we all know that NQ and ES, they kind of like to move similarly. So the fact that NQ was able to break above its previous New York VWAP, and within 2 minutes, we could get a nice, strong 15-minute candle closure above NQ's previous New York VWAP. Again, that just adds into my confidence in this trade. And yeah, I mean, I kind of wish I went a bit heavier. I am a little light, not very much. I could have added one more contract in, but it's all good. It's still a really nice trade. Textbook trade. New York breakout with support of the daily below, and also we're respecting the previous New York VWAP. So it looks pretty good. Let's see if we can get that 43.30 level to target that previous New York VWAP. All right, so we just need to get a bit more push. We just need 8 more points. Again, this looks really good because we're closing very bullish. Let's see if we can just push higher, 8 more points. We do have a fair value gap. We have a fair value gap here. All right, come on, man. Let's make that 1R. We'll make back our losses from last night's ugly Asia session. Yeah, NQ just closed nicely above its previous New York, so I'm gonna hold on to this trade. We should definitely be able to get that 1R. I'm a bit hesitant to lock my stop because let's say we want to retest this fair value gap. We could always just like leave a pin as long as we don't get a close below this fair value gap. I mean, it's still valid, But if we get a close below the fair value gap, then that may be a sign to, hey, maybe close out the trade. Let's see if we get that 1R. Come on, just, what are we at right now? 26? It's 4 more points. All right, 3 more points. We're going to get filled. Let's go get 30, get 30, get 30, get 30, get 30.
Order filled.
There we go. Nice. And so we basically made back our loss from the overnight Asia session, which was really ugly price action. But just going over this trade, like I said, ladies and gentlemen, this was a beautiful, beautiful trade. And if we just look at TradingView, we can see down here on the bottom, we have assets on NQ, the 15-minute and the 2-minute. And then up top, we have ES, the 15-minute and 2-minute. We can just, let's just zoom in into ES to specifically see the trade. So first looking at the higher time frame, let's look at context. Okay, context this week has been fairly bullish. So if I'm just zooming out and I'm looking at the week, we made a nice higher low at a key level. And that key level is the tariff news anchored VWAP, to where we had that huge pump from like some tariff news on Trump on the 9th of April. And then we just shot up. So that's a high impact news event. And this VWAP has been being respected by price a lot. So the fact that we found our higher low here adds in the confluence that, hey, I want to have a long bias going into the open. Even though we were trading below the daily overnight, you have to take the bigger picture into consideration. What are we doing? We've been forming higher highs, higher lows this week, and we're fairly bullish this week. So with that being said, I want to go into the open. Okay, we have a nice higher low. We broke back above the daily VWAP. We retested it. We're respecting it. Nice. I want to be on the side of the daily VWAP. That's basically my confluence on the higher time frame. And then if we look at the lower time frame, it just looks beautiful. We have the 21 EMA here. Price is respecting this a lot. We try to get below it. We fail. And then with this nice strong candle, we get a nice bullish strong candle closure above the New York VWAP, indicating a nice strong breakout. So we take that breakout trade, no hesitation. Make sure our stops are able to cover these lows down here, give it some breathing room. And we basically want to trade key level to key level from the New York VWAP to the previous New York VWAP. And look how nicely it pinned and touched that previous New York VWAP. And now price is starting to retrace. Again, we do have that fair value gap right here. So right now we could just be wanting to reject the previous New York VWAP so that way we can fill this fair value gap. And then once we interacted with this fair value gap, then we'd honestly see what's going to happen. So it'll be pretty interesting to see if price wanted to come up, come back down and retest this fair value gap and go higher, or this may be turned into an inverse fair value gap to where we get a candle closure below and then we're going to be moving lower. But honestly, I'm on team bull. Like I see the longs coming into play. As I was saying during the recording, I mean, if we look at NQ, this is the 15-minute chart on NQ. NQ got a nice bullish candle closure above its previous New York VWAP, which just fed into my bias of, okay, I need to hold this trade on ES because if NQ is on the same page, ES and NQ are on basically the same page, except NQ proved to me that we have buyers in the market today because it was able to get above its previous New York. So that's why I had the confidence to stay in this trade and allow price to ride up all the way to the previous New York. But today was a great day. I mean, that was a very easy trade. I'm just going to look for one more later on in the day. But yeah, great trade. Now, obviously, the easiest way to trade these breakouts is to do exactly what I just said, to have a clear support level and then a key level that you want to break out of if you're going long, and then a clear resistance level and then a key level that you want to break down below if you're looking to go short. Just make sure that you're trading with the trend, you're zooming out, looking at what has been happening in price action this past week, and then following in the direction that trend is telling you that price wants to go. If you tend to fight the trend, you're gonna have a tough time with breakouts, at least for me. But if you made it this far along in the video, I have a surprise for you. Top 1 Futures is offering 50% off across all of their accounts. I mean, where else can you get a 150K funded account for only $399? That's a deal. And if you want to take advantage of that deal, make sure to use code Manny at checkout. But if you enjoyed this video and you would like to see other videos of my live trading, make sure to follow me on all my socials.